Good morning. We're here to talk about an exciting new project that we have launched this week. It's called the Cloud Navigator. It's relaunched. We have a website, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the presentation, but we're excited to have this available to all of you, and we encourage you to take the assessment, which I'll get into as we go through the presentation. So I'll take a few moments to talk to you about who DLT is. Many of you may have interacted with us. We hope you've interacted with us, but if you have not, we'd like the chance to speak with you after this event or give us a ring. Our role is as a distributor in the channel, and we are able to help you build your business with AWS. We are AWS's first and most successful. We're the largest public sector distributor. So we have a lot of success, and we hope to add you to our line of partners, and hope that you will be very excited to work with us based on some of the announcements we have here today. So a few things just to point out. We do have back office capabilities that we are redeveloping. We are in the process of adding new features currently, and we should have some new launches here in the next few months. We also have ability to help you drive your business throughout all public sector, whether that's education, state and local government, or federal. And we have expertise in all those areas, and customers and partners who are very active in those areas. So we also have a group of our business advisors who are experts in each of the individual roles within the government, whether again that's state and local government or in education, K-12, higher education. We have a very diverse group of individuals who we've employed that give us the ability to provide true subject matter expertise. So let's talk about DLT. We just celebrated our 30th anniversary this past month, so we're really excited about that, and it's just quite a privilege to work for a company that has been around and done this as long as we have. And we have so much success in this space. It's been exciting to join the team last year and be able to continue to develop this. We have about 300 employees, a contract portfolio of 40 to 50 plus contracts that we hold, and we're prime on many of those. We provide technical and enablement support. This is something that is unique to us because we do provide stateside support, and some of our partners, they do a lot of things around the cloud, and they just come to us for their stateside support, and we're able to facilitate that. Purpose-built cloud demand generation, our marketing departments are absolutely incredible to help you build and develop a marketing campaign, which is key for you developing new business, finding new customers, facilitating growth with your existing customers. We have our strategic tech domains, and we also have continued leadership. Let me go to the next slide. There's a few more things I just want to point out. We've been a public sector partner since 2011. And again, we just dialing down specifically to AWS here, we have 15 plus cloud contract vehicles that we are active in. We are a competent partner. We have the government competency, the education competency, and we are an MSP for AWS. So really good experience, and again, we'd love to talk to you a little bit more about all of that. But let me get into our announcement today, because we're excited about Cloud Navigator. Cloud Navigator is our all-encompassing program to help you develop your cloud business. So we know that the cloud is difficult. We know it's a change, especially for partners who've been selling for 20, 30 years. We know that there's a lot of upheaval, both internally and how you operate, how you commission your sales reps, how you develop marketing campaigns and programs, and we're here to help. And so because it's difficult, we have built programs specifically designed to help you adjust to the changes that we've seen in the industry. All along IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, we have been there through that, and we've had success with that, and we can leverage that success to help you grow your business. So Cloud Navigator is a program. Let me be clear, it's a program, not to be confused with APN Navigate or APN Navigator, which is new from AWS, or revision from AWS here recently, and I'll differentiate a little bit between the two as we talk through. Ours was just happened to be rebranded about the same time AWS rebranded theirs. So let's talk about our 5 categories of our flight plan. Flight school, the cloud flight plan, taxi and takeoff, ascent to the cloud, and cloud cruising altitude. Those are the 5 areas, and I will go through each of those and talk about how they relate to you. So let's start with our flight school. Our flight school is the ground level, right? It's to get you in to understand what it's going to take for you to be successful selling cloud. That may mean identifying new individuals, maybe they're not even at your company yet, who will be the lead people to go out to your customers and drive those sales. We need to find executive sponsors. We need to develop a true business plan. We need to have a marketing plan. We need to identify what geography, what is the scope of your customers that you're going through. We need to understand that so we can help you build a custom plan for your business. So we help you by understanding about you and then developing that plan. So where do you start? Are your customers, are they still on premise? Do you provide professional services? Do you provide managed services? What are those? What is the extent? And by the way, somewhere down the road, if you need to partner with other partners because you don't provide the full line of services, we can help you with that as well. So the next step is the cloud flight plan. Now, the first step is really about just understanding kind of how to fly, right? Now the second part is building the plan. In here, we really start the education and the enablement. We are going to talk about the benefits, the tools, the technologies that are available from us, from AWS, from our partners, through our many different varieties of assets that we have developed over the years to help you grow that business. So we're educating you on pretty much 100 days of just detailed sessions to go through and help you develop that business based on where you've been. So we got to take that first step to understand where you are so that in our flight school, we can give you the prescription for success. All right? So starts with the flight plan, gets to the flight school, then we get into the taxi and takeoff. So after that flight plan we get going, the taxi and takeoff is really when we start building more specific. The flight school is more generic around AWS. All right, the taxi and takeoff is where we're going to go specific. So say you're going to do something at DoD. We will bring in our Octo experts, we will bring in our tools specifically to target DoD, and then we'll give you education based on that. So that's where we're really going to take it into overdrive, right? Flight school is about how to get going with AWS, how to build a channel program, if you haven't, how to compensate different than your standard IT, things like that. Taxi and takeoff, next level higher. Ascent and climbing. Ascent and climbing is where you start really gaining the altitude. We want to look at that and say, what do you need help with? Do you need help finding new customers? Do you need help stabilizing with your existing customers? Do you need help winning contracts? Do you need help facilitating through the AWS programs? Where do you need help? And we will prescribe specific elements to this specific thing for you to ensure that you have success. Now, in each of these, we have entry and exit criteria that we've developed. We've eliminated those for this presentation, but we will go through those for each section so that we ensure that you are have hit the marks that we've prescribed to ensure success. Again, we're using the term success quite a bit because we've been there, we've had the success, and we know what it takes to get you there. And in my experience with many partners through the years, they're very concerned with the investment that they have to make in cloud and they want to make sure that they're getting the return on that investment. Cloud, often with some of the other vendors especially, I hear, we'll just add this to our portfolio. And what we found is if they think that they can just add AWS to the portfolio or a platform or something like that, there's really not that much success. They may win every once in a while, but true success is a full-fledged support for that customer so that they're not enticed to move away. So we help you in the Ascent and Climbing to help build that. And then the last section, as you gain altitude, we'll be constantly communicating and providing the training and resources. But our last section is about cloud cruising. And this is really critical. And I'm going to spend some time here because this is about helping you build your solutions. Because what you've heard throughout this week in several presentations about outcomes, right? Drive to the outcome. So how are you building solutions that drive to that outcome? All right? So it's not about just selling EC2. It's not just about selling one small thing from AWS. It's combining the wealth of the AWS solutions along with those of all you ISVs out there who have different applications for security and storage and management. All these are building blocks for you to build solutions that affect the outcome. That's what you're trying to do. And so as we talk about My Cloud Center of Excellence, we're talking about solutions. All right, so Cloud Navigator is our program to help guide you through the whole aspect of building that business. But as we look at solutions, solutions is really where it's going to come down to, are you going to attract and retain those customers? So I like to give you an illustration about this. So we talk about one-point solutions. Let's just say storage. If you're selling AWS storage, S3, and then let's say you are combining it with security for that or management of that, a service, a professional or managed service. You've not only, if you just implement it, somebody else can come away and say, hey, it's already implemented, we'll start managing it, and all of a sudden you've lost a customer. You need to provide some way of constant management or constant interaction to ensure that you're going to keep that customer. So we could help you with that. We provide managed service, as I mentioned, stateside support that could help you continue to provide value to that customer and get the outcomes that you're looking for. We want to help you see it beyond just get the sale and move on to the next. Because what we've seen is often these customers, even despite the contracts, all right, a lot of these are on contracts, especially in the federal government, but in the SMB space, in the SLG space, in the education space, they may often be attracted to move someplace else. So we need to help you provide a solution that not only gains the customer, but retains the customer. And that's where the Cloud Copilot and Cloud Cruising really come into play, because we know many of these customers. Many of them have been our customers for years because we've been doing it in this space for almost 30 years, over 30 years overall for DLT and with AWS, again, very first public sector distributor. So we want you to keep looking up. All right, so as we look at this, we are trying to accelerate because as I've dealt with hundreds of partners over the past 10 years, I see a lot of partners spinning their wheels around cloud. As I've gotten more involved in the public sector space, I see that even more and more. They really just don't know where to turn. And that's why I'm so excited about what DLT can provide to us, because because we have the ability to supplement your knowledge and your expertise. You've been doing this business well for maybe 10 years. But have you been doing this with AWS? Have you seen the success that you were expecting? Step back and take a look at that and come and talk to us, and we can help you accelerate that a little bit more. So I got a couple more things I want to go through here. I want to review the cloud plan, right? The cloud school, remember that's the foundation. That is understanding where you are in the cloud space. That revolves around building an overall business plan, and then us getting to know you as a partner, right? So we spend time with that. Often it takes a few hours. We want to understand your executive leadership. From that, we sit back, we take a look, all of our internal resources, take a look at the information that we've all gathered, and we collaborate and we build a customized plan for you. In that plan, again, 100-day sprint series where we will bring you through prescribed AWS education, through PTPs, some of you are familiar with PTPs, and other classes that we put together. And we run you through to ensure that you have the knowledge to be able to be successful with AWS. Third step is we're going to take that and customize it even more toward you for the specific customers that you're going to attract in the specific geography. Let's say you're looking for higher education in the Midwest. We can help build that, build a marketing plan for that, help you interact with people in that area so that you can provide the level of services, professional managed services, or interact with the AWS team that are driving sales in that area of the country. Then we get to Cloud Ascent. Cloud Ascent is where we're going to continue to develop those resources to help you drive more business into your customers. All right, retain that customers through the next part, which is cloud cruising, which is more the mature partner, where you're building solutions that attract and retain. So those are the 5 levels of the Cloud Navigator. So as we look at that, there's a couple things that we drive to. First of all, we want you to get a competency. We want to drive to the competencies. And as you know, there's 20 AWS competencies, I believe, last time I checked. We drive specifically toward the government, the education, the healthcare, the nonprofit, and the public sector and disaster response competencies. Those are the ones that are most relevant for us as a public sector distributor. That being said, we work with many partners who are building some of the use case, such as cloud management tools, containers, data and analytics, DevOps, digital customer experience, digital workplace, high performance computing, IoT, level 1 MSSP, machine learning, mainframe migration, mobility, mobile, networking, security, and storage. So those are the different use cases that we've helped partners drive competencies for. And then there's 4 main workloads, Microsoft workloads, Oracle, SaaS, and SAP. So we want to help you get that competency. Some of you may just come to us because you're stuck with the competency. You know you need to get there because you need to get to advanced and you need to get competency, and there's reasons for that. We all know the AWS programs. So you may need to come to us just to help us prescribe ways to assist you getting that competency. So that may be just one reason that drives the conversation with us. So we're happy to talk to you about that. The next build here, I want to take a few moments because this is something that is very unique to us. We understand that government and technology often, they don't necessarily align all the time. Sometimes we're stuck with systems that are very old and archaic, and of course we see the transformation into cloud over the past 10 years or so. But what we provide at DLT is very unique. The Octoservice, the Office of the CTO Services, is a team of chief technologists and analysts who look at the industry and try to predict what will come up. That aligns specifically with your planning. This is not just useful for AWS, this is for your entire business. So we're moving beyond just how do I sell more AWS, which is relevant for many of you, but how do I understand my customers? All right, the Office of the CTO has a team of individuals who we employ who have that knowledge and experience. They have the specific tech domain, so in this case we're talking a cloud and platforms domain. They have specific experience on how to build actionable sales. And then we also have significant market intelligence. Our people are constantly digging in, understanding not only what is going on at the different government agencies now, and the schools and the education. I mean, obviously some of the trends recently with the virus and the pandemic, there's different trends in the last 18 months than there was 2 years ago, all right? So how did those adjust? And our experts have dug into that. They understand, they're constantly talking to people in the industry to understand those topics, so not only they can prepare for now, but prepare you and all of us for the future. And that leads to many different documents and presentations that we create, many online webinars, and that's part of our flight school, right? Some of them are incorporated into that segment, that line item, let's call it line 2 of our Cloud Navigator, because those are specific to what you're trying to get. Some are on line 3. Some are in, once you've matured and you're cruising, but you're looking into how do I know this industry, I know my customer, but how do I understand what's over the horizon, right? That's when you come to us and activate our OCTO and help be aligned and have regular conversations with them to understand what the future holds for that industry. So, I'm a little short here on time. We've run through this pretty quick. But I do want to express the opportunity for you all to engage with us. Now, what we've launched this week is a really special assessment. We've developed this with, as you know, DLT is a tech data company. We developed this with tech data, and we've aligned this to understand what you are as a partner. All right? We've gone through and we've customized this specifically for public sector. So I strongly encourage you, there's a link there, you can go to cloudnavigator.com. We can get you that information. We can connect with me, connect with anybody at our booth, booth 601, and you can come by and you can talk to us about this assessment. Now, sometimes this assessment draws a little bit longer because you may need to gather some information, but we encourage you, every partner in this room, to go out and take this assessment. And what we will do with that is we'll look at that information, and our inside team will be able to prescribe where we think not only you should go, but how we can help you. If you don't choose to go with DLT, we provide that assistance anyway. All right? So that cloud assessment is what we're launching this week here at this summit. So we encourage everybody to take a look at that and complete that. Let me give you some estimates. I think it'll take you about 10 minutes, hopefully not longer. Doubt it'll take anything less unless you really know the answers to your business right away. So would like to have you take a look at that. So, all right. Again, I went through my slides pretty quick, but I think it gives you a good overview of what we have for our Cloud Navigator. It is a program for you to help you build your AWS business. We have tools, we have people. Our assessment is a launching point, and that's what we're launching this week to help you, help us understand you and provide you the best expertise on how to build that business. All right, thank you very much.